Hey YouTube, Marko with Marko's Garage coming today, 51 Hudson Hornet. A little bit of an update on some parts I picked up, as well as we're going to go through this. I've never really gone through this car since I picked it up. And I have somebody that's interested in the original Hudson 308 cubic inch engine and transmission. He's also got a YouTube channel that's local, so I'm going to gather all the gaskets and parts and everything that comes with the engine, which will then all go on one cart that I have, and this way he can pick it all up, and it'll also empty out some junk from the car, because pretty soon this car has to start getting done. I know I'm working on the 57 Chevy, that's also in the works, but today we'll just get the parts out of this car. So here's the cart that I got for the Hudson engine, and it's got heavy duty wheels on it. It'll hold the weight. I got the automatic 4-speed hydromatic on there, engine and the cylinder head that I had laser blasted. Here's a head gasket that a friend of mine gave me from Hudson that he was fixing up. I just want to put all the pistons and valves and all the other parts for the car, engine, sorry, on this cart. Okay, so what happens when you get a car in the yard? Usually what happens is it becomes a little bit of a storage shed. As you can see, when I picked up my Lotus, there's an extra fender here. It made it just in the car, so it wasn't sitting outside. Other than that, I haven't added too much. I've been trying to be a good boy and not fill this thing up. So basically everything that's in this car came in here other than a couple items. So yeah, we got to dig out engine parts. So I'll just move this here and we'll start looking for stuff. The trunk here. We have something here I can hold this up with. These trunks don't open very big on Hudson's, that's one thing. There's obviously parts like the brake backing plates for the front wheels I'm going to need to rebuild these. But I'm not going to try and yank everything out of this car today, just look for engine parts. So here we have valves. So I'll go put that over on the and keepers. Put that over on the cart. So this looks like oil pan, part of the rope seal, wiper's not part of it. Pickup, the oil pump, crazy, very nice stuff. Dipstick tube, cover. And this fuel pump is like a beautiful work of art. It's got a filter built right in, settlement pole, AC Delco, made in the USA, awesome. Goes with the engine though. These wheel nuts don't even belong in this car. Manifold, bumper bracket, fuel tank straps. This is the oil pump. It sits on the outside of the engine. It's gear driven from the camshaft. You have an inlet and an outlet port. Looks to be in good shape. Pretty solid. Just looking at the car, first time I looked at the trunk. The exhaust manifold. This one even has the little adapter on the bottom. That's good. Now there's a lot of pieces from another Hudson parts car, so that's also in here. Fan, that'd be for the engine. No way. There's a guy looking for this piece on the internet. This is a panel that goes underneath right here, and it's been cut. I know a guy looking, his is rusted out. Let's see if I can get a hold of him. This looks like the bottom pan below the transmission. Has a sill plate. Driver's door says Hudson right on it. It's actually not even in terrible shape. That was probably the piece. Yeah, that would probably be hanging up against the back of the seat there. but it's all rotted. It's good for patterns. And the 5th wheel. That's cool. Spare wheel is in there as well. Oh well. Here's a fender skirt. So that means I actually have both of them. Thought I only had the one. It's kind of neat. Going in. That's a striker plate for that. There's another valve. Doesn't look so good, does it? Don't let them take any of this stuff. Well, the good news is this valve is not like the others, so it's not for the car. So 1, 2. It's got all 12. He's got all the valves, that's good. So this is just junk. Not even in terrible shape. I'll pressure wash it up later. Okay, so the trunk is basically empty. I'm just going to throw some stuff in that I know I need these backing plates for sure. Now, if you look, these trunk hinges, this one's bent, but all the spring mechanism is gone in this, otherwise it would stay up by itself. So maybe between this one and what's on the car, hopefully I can repair those. Headlight rings. Even some other trim from the other car. More engine parts. Here's a water pump pulley. The original oil bath air cleaner. Distributor. Even says Hudson Hornet, made in the USA. Check that out, even has the oiler on it. This is in very good shape actually. Very nice original piece. Whoever had this car, I mean, new cap, wires, coil. It's not a lot of expense to put this engine back together. The guy I got the car from said the car was actually running and he took it apart. It's too bad he did. Mind you, I guess it was kind of a good thing because now I have it. But if you look at it that way. But no, I mean, it was, his direction was to resto mod it, and he wasn't thinking of using the original stuff. But I love this original stuff; it's really neat. But at least it's going to someone who's going to put it in a Hudson and make it go. So that'll be good. Headlight buckets. Car's got 2 fans. These exhaust pipes didn't come with the car. Somebody gave me these thinking they'd be good stacks for my truck. I'm not putting stacks on my truck. But I'm going to use them as tailpipes after the mufflers, I think. Anyway. Even these spark plugs are mint. I mean, just installed Champions H10C, if you're wondering. And actually, even better than that, check out the original ones. C35s, co-ops. That's pretty cool. There's a panel that goes below the grille on this car. Same color, so that's for this car. Latch mechanism here for the car. So I'll need to keep this. This is going on the front when I put it back together. So I'll put that in the trunk here. The other Hudson, it was a this one was a 3 on the tree manual, but this car is an automatic. But I'm gonna give that to Scott too. He might be able to use it. This is a flex plate. It's as heavy as some flywheels. This is for the automatic. A lot of bolts going around the outside edge. But it's in good condition. Everything on this engine is in very good condition. I mean, no heavy pitting, rust, or anything like that. That's your starter hole here. This is an indication line where on the flex plate I noticed there's timing marks. So when you time it, you shine your timing light in here instead of harmonic. There's a carburetor. Now this isn't the twin H setup, so it's just a single carburetor. Single throat with a 2-barrel at the base. It's not seized up or anything like that. It's very good shape. This is a Carter. Made in the USA, of course. So we've got a rebuild tag on it. And it has a heat choke tube that goes down to the exhaust manifold. It's an automatic choke on it back in 51. Not a lot of cars had that. And then there's looks like a fuel pump. So the other one must be an extra fuel pump off the other one. This one doesn't have the filter in line. This one probably came with this carburetor and everything. So, and there's an oil pressure sending unit right here, and tube and some base gaskets. I'll just leave all that in the box. And 2 water pumps. That's always a good thing. These aren't the kind of cars you can go pick up a water pump at your local bumper to bumper. So it's always good having a spare. You can send one out and have it rebuilt. And both of these seem like, you know, this one maybe a little bit, you never know until you use them. So that's good. Alright, here's some more parts. It's in the box here. Here's the front engine mount. And other bolts for the engine. I'm not going to get into that. And then another cover. Looks like this one's had some issues. But there's a couple extra ones I noticed in the car. Here's a horn. That's we'll keep that. It's got the water thermostat housing. This stuff's, you know, usually all corroded out. This has got a little bit of pitting going on, but it's not bad. It's a usable piece. Clean it up, it's not going to leak. Oh, there's quite a bit here. Might have to get another one. But yeah. It was exciting finding parts like this in the car. It looks like somebody spent some time working on this. You know, nothing's all rusted up here. If I need to do anything with a spindle, I mean, everything turns and works. It's nice having these kind of pieces. Very nice having these kind of pieces around. Starter motor. Looks to be in okay shape. Even says Hudson right on it. Very cool. This gem looks like a rebuilt. Or at least painted anyway. Generator.
Looks good inside.
Yeah, windings look good.
Looks like the armature's been turned.
So that might be a usable piece with no issues.
Watch yourself.
Here's a grill piece that has nothing to do with this. I don't even know what it fits, but I'm one step closer. On the back here I notice Fomoco, so it's a Ford or Mercury or something. Anyway, it's half a grill. This thing weighs a ton. I mean, this is not a ton. I mean, this is feels like about 20 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah, 10. I don't know. What do you think, Chris? 10 pounds? Maybe 10?
Yeah, 20.
20, yeah. Imagine getting hit by that. I'm going to give this to Scott. He can hang it on his wall. I know what you're thinking. You haven't found the pistons yet. Well, I just did. Pistons and con rods. 3 and 3. And these appear to be in pretty good condition, I have to say, for pistons. I mean, obviously this one's been cleaned, but let's see if there's one. But all of these rings are even in good shape. I was really hoping to just like look at even the side, the wear, cross hatches, like it's in very good condition. This engine really just needs to be put back together. Even the bearing has no scoring or anything on it. Another head gasket, an exhaust intake, an exhaust manifold gasket are one piece. I got an extra one of this, and the head gasket over there came from another Hudson that a guy was building. And he phoned me for some advice, and I got the old gaskets, so you might be able to use them. This is great. I don't even think I have to buy wiper blades. I mean, these things are like minty new.
What are you going to use them on?
On this car. For the Great Beater Challenge, every bit counts. If I can use the wiper blades, that's like 30 bucks right there. Mind you, wipers might be safety. Well, anyway, it's getting these ones. Everything else in here is heater parts, some suspension parts. This is also engine parts. You can have that too. These engine parts also came from that Hudson build that I talked about. The guy had actually just thrown all the old pistons and everything in a bucket here. But you know, when you're doing an engine like this, having an old part, an old gear, you never know. And so I think it'd be valuable for him to have this as well. It's not going to be any use to me, so get that out of the car here, make some more room. This is the electric wiper motor, and then I have a vacuum one here too. Oh, here's some more engine parts. There's an extra horn ring, Hudson. I got the timing cover, harmonic and timing chain, and some bolts in this box, so that's good. Well, there you have it, all the engine parts out of the Hudson. It's a lot here, but I think it's fairly complete. I don't really see anything that's missing other than a few pieces of, some few bolts, some gaskets. But when you're doing an engine, you got to buy gaskets anyway. So anyway, Scott, I hope you're happy with this. It'd be neat once you get this engine running and in the car. It'd be neat to go for a drive in that. The gentleman that's getting this, he's got two Hudsons. One is all complete and drivable, and the other one is doesn't have an engine in that, so this will go in there. So if you like these videos, please subscribe, hit that like button, ring that bell for notifications. See you next week, and have yourself a great day. Thanks.
Tell me about your
72 mil ceramic ball bearing, titanium valve springs. After about 10G and some overnight parts from the United States, this thing will decimate all.
Yeah.
You like that, Michael? What do you think that is? Oh, let's not mix those up. Those are important. I need those. Okay. And we'll edit that part out.
Scratch the paint on the car.